Let's tell you about a little bit of movements at the political top table today. The Prime Minister has chosen a new chair of the Conservative Party. Remember, it was Nadhim Zahawi. He was sacked for his tax affairs. That's not the only change that's been made. Thankfully, our political editor, Andy Bell, is with us in the studio and can fill us in. Andy, good to have you with us tonight. It feels a bit like quite a big shuffle, doesn't it?
Yeah, some changes in the way government works, but also some people moving into new jobs. Let's have a look at the people who are getting those new jobs. First of all, Kemi Badenoch, she was international trade. She keeps that and she gets business, so a bigger department for her. Then Grant Shapps gets a newly created government department, energy security and net zero. Then promoted into the cabinet, Lucy Fraser, she gets culture, media and sport. Michelle Donnellan was culture, media and sport. She now goes to another new department that's been created, Science, Innovation and Technology. And as you said, we do now have a new party chair, and that is Greg Hands. He's been around as a minister for a long time, now promoted into the cabinet. He takes over the role which, as you say, Nadhim Zahawi vacated when he was sacked last week. OK, so some new personnel. What about the process? Is the Prime Minister changing that as well? Yes, definitely. What we're seeing here is, as well as the reshuffle going on, is the creation of new government departments, which Rishi Sunak wants to be the priorities of his government, in particular this new one, which is energy security and net zero. So Rishi Sunak was out today with Grant Shapps, who's taking over that department, and the Prime Minister talked about how important this new department is that he's just created.
I think we've seen over the last year in particular the impact that happens to people's bills at home when energy policy doesn't work properly, when we're reliant on imported energy from hostile countries. That's why the creation today of a new department focused specifically on energy security and net zero is so important. It's going to mean that we can reduce people's energy bills. That's so important. It means we can produce more energy here at home, giving us independence and security. And it means we can transition to cleaner forms of energy as we hit our net zero ambitions and create jobs in the process, as we're seeing here today. That's why today's changes are really important.
So not only that new department, but also that new Department of Business and Trade and also Science, Innovation and Technology. These are really the areas that Rishi Sunak wants to concentrate on. He knows he hasn't got too long. There's probably going to be an election in the middle of next year, but he wants to demonstrate that's what his government is interested in. One last thought that people may be asking this question. Dominic Raab, as we know, facing a lot of allegations about bullying, the Deputy Prime Minister and Justice Secretary, allegations which he denies. No movement today on him. There is an independent inquiry being conducted by a senior lawyer. It looks as if the Prime Minister, as long as all the rest of us, are waiting for that inquiry to report back.
I'm sure you'll keep an eye on it for us, Andy. Thank you.